afternoon, everybody. I am thankful to the organization for giving me an opportunity to share my ideas with you. I was in Delhi High Court from 2008 to 2021. On 1st January 2009, that is almost immediately after my elevation, I was on Motor Accident Claims Jurisdiction. And there I was shocked to see that victims of road accident get the compensation after 10 to 15 years. As per the law, the victim has to file a case before Motor Accident Claims Tribunal, which we call MACT. There the case goes on like a normal civil suit. And after 10 years, the money is of no value. When I interacted with the victims, many of the victims' education stopped, survival stopped, sole breadwinner died, poor laborer died, family had nothing to sustain. So when we called them to give money, they said now the money is of no use to us. So it was very shocking. So during that period, there was a delegation from UK judges, and I interacted with them. I said, what is the law in your country? They said, there is no law on road accidents. There is a road accident. Police will inform the insurance company. Insurance company will appoint a surveyor. He will verify and calculate and pay the money within 3 months, maximum 6 months. 1% cases go to the civil court. No special tribunal or court is required. During that period, one of my person known to me, he went to Canada. There he met with a road accident, suffered injuries. The police informed the insurance company. Insurance company officer reached the hospital. He talked to the medical superintendent, recorded the statement. And as per the statement of the hospital, $5,000 was the expected expenditure. He prepared a check of 6,000 and said, sir, without prejudice, you please accept the check. No case, nothing. On the spot within 10 minutes. So I immediately called, issued notice to the government, called all the insurance companies, police, and then I framed a scheme. I said, I am starting a scheme. Whenever there is a road accident, the police will file a detailed accident report with the MACT within 30 days. That report will be treated as a case. No need to file an independent case. Within 30 days, the insurance will give the response, how much they are willing to pay. If the amount is fair, the 60th day there will be award judgment. If the amount is not fair, then the criminal will calculate and give the award in 30 days time. So 90th they will get the award, and within 30 days the payment will come. So this scheme I formulated on 12th December 2009. It came into force, we gave a training to all police people. It came into force on 1st April 2010. And first 1.5 years in Delhi, out of 21,000 accidents, 11,000 people got the money in 90 days. This judgment was not challenged, but it came before the Supreme Court in a PIL. Justice Ravindan was hearing the PIL. So the Supreme Court passed the order that directing all states to implement Delhi model. But unfortunately, no state, except I think Tamil Nadu to a large extent, they didn't follow. In the meantime, I kept on improving my scheme. New scheme was framed where I said the money should not go to the middleman, the ambulance chaser to take away the money. So I gave a second, 2014 gave the second judgment Rajesh Tyagi 2. Supreme Court took note of it and directed all states now implement Rajesh Tyagi 2, still no implementation. Then I further kept on improving. I said form a special scheme with the bank so that the money remains. Entire money otherwise gets spent. I said give the money in a phased manner. For example, the 10 lakh rupees compensation is there, paid 1 lakh now. 10 lakh, 9 lakh should remain in 100 FDRs of 10,000 each. Money should go every month with interest. So Supreme Court directed that also in 2017. Then in 2020 I examined the law all over the world. I said, what is the law all over the world? This was my own research work which I was doing. Then I looked into the entire world law, called the Ministry of Road Transport Research Wing, their researchers also came. Then 8 January 21, I found a new scheme commensurate with the international platform. And I said, and I requested the government to incorporate in central motor vehicle code because this was only limited to Delhi. So this scheme, then central government, parliament accepted the suggestion on 1st April 22, 1 year after the judgment, one year, 3 months. the Parliament incorporated the entire judgment in Central Motor Vehicle Rules. New rules were framed on 1st April 22. But can you see the irony? Now the states are not implementing. So Supreme Court in Gohar Mohammed case in 15 December 22 directed all states to implement within 4 months. Still no implementation. Then Supreme Court issued contempt notice to all states. That matter is still pending. They have appointed me as a amicus. I am appearing before Supreme Court to assess them how to incorporate. So it is sad part that law has come into force. Delhi it is being implemented. Delhi people don't have to file a case. They get the money automatically. So this is one area on which I have worked on how the victim should get the compensation without having need to file a case, and they should get the money. But today our main theme here is how to save that accident doesn't happen. You see, we have highest number. We have only 11% road vehicles in the world. Road total number of vehicles in the world, we have only 11%. But number of road accidents is the highest. We have 4.5 lakh accidents in a year, 1.5 lakh deaths. So there is one accident every minute, one death every after 3 minutes. Totally unheard of. In one of the cases, we had done the comparative data. How many people die out of diseases? All the diseases also we calculated. No disease is able to match this rate of mortality. If you see the death in Ukraine war or even in this Palestine war, in 2 years this number of people have not gone. 1.5 lakh deaths in 1 year. So shocking. And I have given number of orders in which I have given the directions that please implement this to save the accidents. Although many of them are unreported, I told Panshu, I said I'll share with you on this platform. In one of the cases, gave a direction that there should not be any liquor shop on the highway and within 500 meters. Then Chandigarh High Court also gave a direction, Supreme Court also gave a direction, but still it is not implemented. Not the invitation to the person driving, no, that please stop here and have a cold beer, and then he will cause the accident. Then another suggestion I had given, I said in South Korea there is a model. In every restaurant when the liquor license is given, it is given on a condition that you will not serve liquor to a person who is self-driven. So the restaurant person will ask the person that whether you have got a driver, and they will also verify. And if the person is self-driven, they will say that please buy a ticket, we'll give you a driver, pay the charges for the driver, he will drive you back home. After the person pays that charges and buys the ticket, there is a panel of drivers there, and then only they will serve the car. Otherwise the license will be cancelled. So we gave this direction, and this was also instructions were issued, but again not implemented. How sad. Please see. You see, and I am told 10 years back, a DCP implemented this in Bombay. So every restaurant had to keep a panel of drivers outside, and they also get employment, no? That they drive back home. Then another suggestion I said to check drunken driving. You don't have to check on highways by stopping the vehicles on barricades. You put a constable outside the restaurant. Immediately when the person sits in the car, you challan him. From next day onward, there will be nobody in that restaurant, no, who will come out drunk. And if the person who goes permission to go from there, the matter is over, no? They don't implement it. Then another sad part in our country is the driving condition of the drivers. You see, you hire a driver and tell them please drive non-stop up to Manali, and then you go there and you pay 300 and say please take care of your stay and food. No, he's a human being, no? How he can drive? In many countries there are rules, you can't force a driver to drive for more than 8 hours. If you are staying in a hotel, you have to make arrangement for his stay in that hotel only. Here there are no rules. What the driver? I remember once I was coming back as a lawyer before I became a judge. We went to Chandigarh to do a case, Chandigarh High Court. We left in the morning 5 o'clock, reached there 9 o'clock. Our case was over at 11. We told the driver that you will go back immediately. On the way when we reached near Ambala flyover, there was a convoy of armed forces coming on the wrong side. And our driver was just along with the divider, he kept on driving straight. and I was sitting behind him. The two persons with me, they were all sleeping on the side. And I thought the driver will move the vehicle to the left once we reach near. When we were almost 100 meters away, I shouted. And the driver by that time had gone to sleep. He thought that the convoy is going ahead. Then he moved on the left. Otherwise, the life would have gone. So, unless we work on the driving conditions of the drivers, you can't save the road accidents on the heavy vehicles. Very sad situation. This also in one of my judgments, I have given a direction that please, unless we make the rules on the driving conditions of drivers, just see so many nice highways we make, clean roads, and the person falls asleep. How do you justify those accidents? Person is driving on the lane and now he falls asleep. Now he falls asleep because he is driving for 10 hours. And then he takes a heavy meal. There is no training that if you are driving, then how much meal you should have, what time you should have meal, how much rest you should have. Then one more thing, I don't know whether you have looked into it or not. Insurance in our country is mandatory. You can't drive an uninsured vehicle. Purpose of insurance is that the victim will get the money from the insurance company, because driver will not have the capacity to pay, owner will not have the capacity to pay. So get the money from the insurance. Now 39% of the vehicles in our country are uninsured. So what happens to those 39%? Those victims don't get the money from anywhere. Even if the court passes a judgment that pay 50 lakh rupees, who will pay? And it is state's duty to ensure that no uninsured vehicle should come on road. It is the most easiest thing. I have given a suggestion that you don't give petrol or diesel to a vehicle who is not insured. Is it difficult? Not at all difficult. Government is not willing to do. Then I gave a suggestion that for checking the insurance, you don't have to check the road, vehicle on the road, on the barricade. For driving license, you have to check on the road. Because a person may not have a driving license, if he is sitting at home, he is not driving, you can't catch him, no? But uninsured vehicle cannot be brought on road. So I said in one of the suggestions to Delhi Police also and Road Transport Authority, I said you pick up the colonies and you announce in the newspaper that tomorrow in Defence Colony we will start a drive on Sunday morning 7 o'clock. Any vehicle standing in a house found uninsured, we will seal it. Many people forget, no? They will immediately check. So next day you seal 200 vehicles, by next day all vehicles will be insured. It is very easy because uninsured cannot be brought on road. So easy, no? So just start a drive. Again, not implemented. So most unfortunate. And then one last thing to my mind which is most important, the people have no driving sense. There is no lane driving. There is no speed driving. There is no awareness that one should not drink after driving. To my mind, to this I have given the suggestion to Dipanshu yesterday also, that for this the movement should come at the youth level. We should go to the schools and colleges, and the victims of road accidents should explain and show what they have suffered. A life totally is shattered. They should show them and then take a vow from them. उन सबको शपथ दिलवाई जाए कि we will never drive after drinking. Number two, we will never sit in a vehicle even if my father is driving who is drunk. We will not sit in that vehicle. Will not permit him to drive and take the key from him and throw and call the police. Some moral fabric has to be there. There is no moral fabric. So unless we have a drive and we involve the younger people, and here see the younger people every day, minor children are given BMW and they cause the accident. That is the morality we are giving. So therefore, unless we start that drive, to my mind it is very difficult. This lane driving is not there, speed limit is not there, drunken driving moral thing is not there, overtaking rules are not there. So we have almost killer roads. And then in one of the judgments in 2010, I gave a suggestion to the central government. I said it is your duty to ensure that no uninsured vehicle comes on road. If you can't enforce it, then you follow South African model. In South Africa, there is no need for heavy road insurance. There is no need to have a road insurance. All vehicles are deemed to be insured. They charge a cess on petrol and diesel. That cess on petrol and diesel is collected as a road accident fund. anybody who meets with an accident within 30 days is paid the money. There's a road accident fund commission. So I gave that model. I said, in this model you follow it. Then Supreme Court approved of this, and Supreme Court added 2 more suggestions. They said also that road accident fund should be collected from the registration of the vehicle amount. That should also come from every vehicle at the time of registration, charge a fund that goes to road accident fund. Then in one judgment, then I said one more suggestion I gave. I said from every driving license holder also you take annual fee. That also will go to road accident fund. Now this suggestion finally in this 2019 amendment, they have created a road accident fund for payment to uninsured vehicles. But question here is that 39% of uninsured vehicles. That says how will you justify ultimately? But still today I think there are some very good things happened. Cash-free treatment in hospitals, especially in Delhi. I think 4 years back the order was passed by Chief Minister that all accident victims will get cash-free treatment, government will pay for it. Something good are also happening. But to my mind, ultimately, unless we follow these guidelines, I worked more on, you see, I started that case on 1st January 2009 and I closed the case on the day of my retirement on 7th July 2021. I kept that case alive. There were 100 orders passed in that, out of which 7 major judgments were there. I have already shared with Devanshu, and it is very rare, and I had developed the law in many areas. I had a passion to, wherever there is a gap. You see, I remember the Chief Justice, one of our Chief CJIs, had said that the High Court and Supreme Court are constitutional courts. So there is duty is not only to decide the cases according to the existing law, but wherever there is a gap, they should lay down the new law. So I used to try to give one judgment in a month, in which I used to develop the law. So over about 100 judgments I passed where I developed the law and suggested to the government that please incorporate. Government didn't care to look into 99, but fortunately this particular judgment, since probably because Road Transport Ministry was also involved, so they incorporated. It has become law, but it is not being implemented. See the irony? And one more suggestion I would like to give. You see, today we have 2 matters pending in Supreme Court. One is a matter relating to prevention of road accidents. Devanshu, this is more important for you. There is a matter pending in Supreme Court where I think you must be aware. Supreme Court has constituted a committee where former Judge Justice Sapre is heading that commission. His office in Vigyan Bhavan. Matter is taken up every few months where the Supreme Court looks into suggestions and gives some more directions. So whatever new suggestions you have, you can appear before Supreme Court and give those suggestions so they become part of the implementation. So that is one thing. And second case pending is Guhar Mohammed, where the Supreme Court is looking into the implementation of the new law relating to the victims of road accidents, because 2 areas are totally different. One is preventing, and secondly how to give justice to a victim of road accident who has suffered a road accident. So it is good that good opportunity we have shared some good thoughts. You are doing very good work, and very happy to see young minds, because today young minds are, I don't see young minds involved in such good things. If all young people join together and do such good things, I think our country will grow. That is the need of the hour. So thank you very much, and